Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and for those of you that don't know, I am carnivore. It sounds funny saying that, but I eat only meat and animal products, and a lot of you ask me, how do I do that when I'm traveling? And there's a lot of different aspects to that as far as going somewhere on vacation and what's available, the airport and the airplane, traveling and things like that. And when you're meeting someone or traveling with someone, you don't want to be Debbie Downer or dictate where people eat or anything like that. You don't want to make them feel bad. I have always been like this, and I am just really like this now. I do not think people should comment or make comments about what other people eat. I think that is a very personal thing. So when I do these videos, I am merely sharing with you what I do and what has brought me tremendous success, you guys, tremendous. I want to accent how much IBS and menopause and just eating vegetables, eating junk food, eating sugar, overeating, making eating an activity, all of those things used to sabotage every vacation I ever went on. Or if I had to go on a vacation for business, it would give me anxiety because I knew I probably was not going to be able to go to the bathroom the whole time I was there. Therefore, I was going to be bloated. I couldn't sleep at night. I didn't feel good about myself. When you get older, I think men and women, our hormones change, and that makes our whole system work a little differently. I can honestly say with my whole heart, and I wish I could just express it to you more than I'm going to be able to. This will change your life, and you will not miss eating Cinnabon. You will not miss eating Aunt Annie's pretzels at the airport. All of these things that I used to do. It does take some planning. It takes some adjusting, just a whole different mindset. And it's so worth it. Okay, so what I thought I would do is just go through, and I took pictures, go through what I ate when we went. I went with a friend, Ariel, and we went to right outside of DC, and we stayed at a nice hotel. It was oh gosh, you guys, something Tyson. I'll put it down here. And they had a restaurant there. That's what I always hope for, is a good hotel with a good restaurant, because you're in like Flynn. That way, if everyone else is going out, they're going to do something, and you need to just excuse yourself and go eat and go to your room, it's not that bad. It's much better than sitting at a table, having anxiety about what you're going to eat, and then eating it, feeling guilty, feeling terrible, feeling fat, bloated, all of those things. And I speak for myself. I came about carnivore accidentally, out of just eliminating everything else that upset my stomach, and then I found this wonderful life. It's not that I'm a doctor or a carnivore blogger or anything like that. I'm someone in real life that this worked for me. So starting out that morning that I was packing and leaving, my flight didn't leave until it was like 1:30. So John, while I was filming a packing video, John cooked me some eggs on our grill. We used the Blackstone grill, which is kind of like a griddle. And I eat either 4 or 5 eggs. I think that morning I ate 5 eggs with 1 piece of cheese. And it's usually just like white American cheese. And that's all I had that morning. I was full. It's a different kind of full than before I started carnivore. It's not full that lasts for a little bit and then leaves you thinking about the next meal. It isn't the full that makes you feel bloated and you regret you ate it. It's a good full. Excuse me. So that I was just set for the rest of the day because I had a quick flight one way, and I got to that airport at 4 o'clock. Now, on the plane, when the flight attendant came to ask me if I wanted anything, I just got a Diet Coke. And I do drink Diet Coke. If you want to watch that video on all of the rules that I break, I will put that up here. And then I met Ariel there. We pulled up at the exact same time. It was so crazy because I didn't want her to pick me up at the airport because I try not to put that on anyone. It's like a crazy zoo at all airports. I told her just meet me there, and she was going to valet her car. So I was getting out of the cab. I looked behind me, and there she was getting out of her car. So we went in together. The guys helped us take all of our stuff up, and we went down to the restaurant and got it was kind of like I use the word gourmet, but that is because I'm a good old Southern girl and I'm not used to okay, I'll give you the example of the burger. Their bacon cheeseburger was a burger, and the patties, I don't know if they cut it in half. I know it looked different, and then their cheese was pimento cheese. And I didn't read that and didn't realize it, but I ate it, and I was somewhat worried about it upsetting my stomach, but it didn't. And then I had a side of aioli. And that is something that I don't typically eat, is aioli. And I know some people are going to be screaming, oh, it has the seed oils in it, this, that. It did not seem to upset my stomach at all. But it isn't something that I would incorporate into my daily life. So that to me is almost like a little treat that I get when I go out of town, is I will get a burger and I will get aioli or something like that on the side. Had that, and then they brought me the fries, but I didn't eat them. Ariel had a few of my fries, and I forgot to record that meal. We were so excited. We were catching up. It was the first time ever meeting in person. So the next morning, they had breakfast at the hotel. And okay, I'm gonna show you my breakfast here. So it was scrambled eggs. So I think I got 4 scrambled eggs and some cheese in them, and then a side of bacon. And then Ariel got the same thing, but she got potatoes on the side. One thing I want to stress is I am not bothered. You could eat French fries with hot fudge sundae, apple pie, and whatever else across from me, and it does not bother me at all, because I am so satisfied with what I eat. I am so happy in my life. I am so clear-headed. I love feeling the freedom that I feel with this diet, way of eating, however you want to, whatever you want to call it. Nothing would ever faze me. Nothing, you could never, you could put it in my mouth and I would spit it out. That's how much I don't want to eat that stuff. And I actually enjoy watching other people eat good things. That doesn't bother me at all. So that is something I think I wanted to express. I never, I don't care, what they're eating. It doesn't bother me at all. Then we went out on our shopping trip, and I can say that I was extremely blessed that Ariel eats similar the way I do, in that she's not a foodie. She's not, a lot of people, they'll go out of town and that's one of their main things, is they will look up and pick restaurants and stuff like that. And I don't, I've been there, done that. That's not like the biggest thrill to me, but it's not that I'm putting that person down, but she wasn't like that either. So we were there to shop and get some footage done for my videos. And we ended up going to Cheesecake Factory because I know that I can get their bacon cheeseburger, and they have a good aioli on the side, and that's always good. The worst thing is sometimes they'll really undercook it, but I have noticed even getting a different response from waiters and waitresses. Used to, when I said I was carnivore or I didn't order anything but meat, because you have to kind of spell it out to people, because if they think you're just keto, a lot of times they will put your burger on lettuce, or they'll leave the side on or something like that, which isn't the end of the world, but it's just not what I want. And I've noticed it must be becoming a lot more common and understood, because I didn't get the bizarre looks that I have in the past. So at Cheesecake Factory, I was able to get my burger, and I just got a Diet Coke. I drank water throughout the day when we went places, and I think I drank some water there. And then Ariel got a salad, and she ate the bread and everything else, and it didn't bother me at all. I enjoyed watching her enjoy herself. Okay, so then we shopped the rest of the day, And then that night we went back to the hotel, and this is the burger I was talking about. So it's got the aioli on the side, and then it's got the 2 burger patties. And this time I had them put cheddar cheese, shredded cheddar, in between, and it was delicious. And this may not look that appetizing to you guys, but I assure you, I am so pleasantly full when I finish. The feeling I have can't be traded for the way anything tastes. I am regular going to the bathroom the whole time I'm there, so I'm not bloated feeling. I don't have any IBS issues. I don't have the anxiety of not eating this meal so I can pig out on this meal. It just makes everything just hunky-dory the whole time. And okay, so the next morning we did not, I think the restaurant only did breakfast to a certain time, and we were about to miss it. So we said, you know what, let's just forget about breakfast. We'll just eat an early lunch at the food court. So there was a McDonald's there. So I just got my normal double quarter pounder. And one thing I have started doing is I don't get ketchup anymore. I just get the double quarter pounder plain. So it's just 2 burgers and 2 pieces of cheese. And then I'll get a Diet Coke with that. And I was set. So we shopped for hours. But then later on, I felt hungry. And that's something that can happen when you're on the carnivore diet, is sometimes you'll get hungrier than others. And I try to just listen to my body. As long as I'm eating things that don't spike my insulin and that I know won't upset my stomach, I don't force myself to intermittent fast or anything, especially when I'm out of town. If I want to eat 3 meals, as long as they are good meals and there's no carbs and nothing that will spike my insulin or upset my stomach, that's what I do. So we were shopping around, and then I think we went to go get a drink, and I spotted a Philly cheesesteak place. I can't remember what it's called. I'll probably put it in here. But I asked for just the meat and the cheese that would be on a Philly cheesesteak. And what happens a lot is they will give me the bun anyway. So all I did was take the meat off the bun. I have learned, take it off immediately. I have tried to just eat it off the bun like it's a plate, but what will happen is the bun will stick to the cheese and to the meat. So what I like to do is take the meat off the bun immediately, and I ate that, and I felt really good, and it was good for the rest of the day. Okay, then I did not record it, but that night I believe we went back to the restaurant in the hotel, and I think I had the cheeseburger, the bacon cheeseburger again. And that's something, I know that seems like, to people that don't eat this way, that might seem boring or, limiting, but it's really not. I was the same person that ate the same thing over and over again anyway, and honestly, most people do. I think what freaks people out is the limited options. But when it comes down to it, they do eat the same things over and over again. I know before this, you guys know, Mexican on Friday night, pizza on Thursday nights. I mean, we always ate the same things. I would have the same salad every day. So that doesn't bother me a bit. And when your taste buds are just not messed up by sugar and all of the other things that I used to eat and processed foods, you taste stuff so good, like salt and pepper, that's just so good to you. And so this burger with that aioli, that was my little cheat, was so good that's what we had that night. And then the next morning, my flight was that day I think I had to be at the airport at 11, and she was driving back, and so we decided to get eggs and bacon. Okay, this is something I want to warn you about, and I knew this, but because we had eggs there already before that were so good, it must have been a different cook, but they gave us the eggs that you'll see in the picture, they were fluffy, almost like a egg muffin or something, and they were not good. I don't like it when they whip up the eggs and they put cream or whatever else. I don't know exactly what they put in there, but I don't like big fluffy eggs. I want good old Southern butter, or my mom used to cook eggs in bacon grease. Like she would use a little bit of the bacon grease after she cooked the bacon. I like just a good old cooked scrambled egg with cheese. So we did not eat our eggs. I ate the bacon, and I think she had some potatoes, and I think she even gave me a little bit more of her bacon. The bacon did not upset my stomach, and I was on my way home, and I actually took some footage of things that were in the airport. For those of you that are worried that you might be in the airport at a layover or something and not have anything to eat, you could very easily go get, and I've done this at a Whataburger, you can go get burgers without the bun. You can go, I've done this too, you can go to a Subway or a sub station and just get the meat, and they were very good. They just gave me the meat slices and the cheese. But there's also, I think it's just become so much more prevalent, the carnivore and the keto diet, that there's all types of meat and cheese packs and things like that you could eat. So don't worry about that. If you're thinking about starting this diet for your health or to lose weight, then don't worry about your social life or traveling. You will find a way. And it's a very rewarding challenge, because it is so rewarding to go on vacation, to feel almost thinner when you get there and when you get back, to sleep like a baby, to go to bathroom the whole time you're there, to get your work done that you wanted to get, to feel good in your clothes, and to come home not feel like you have to recuperate from all of the junk that you ate. It is so worth it. So I hope this helped you, for anyone that is doing carnivore, anyone that is maybe doing keto, and for those of you like me that just plain, I can't eat those things. I just can't. I've tried it, and I can't do it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.